Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need to.
Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. We are going to make the final part of this inbuilt corset. So like I explained before, we are making an inbuilt corset gown and we've done the upper part. I have a video on how to do the front part and as well as the back part of the inbuilt corset. The videos are in the channel. In case you didn't watch the video yet, please go ahead and click to watch. I will leave it in the description box of this video. You can go ahead and click to watch to be able to understand what I'm saying. So guys, we are doing the concluding part of the tutorial, which is the down part. You can actually make any type of skirt and attach to this blouse. Do you understand? So it must not be an A-line skirt. Any skirt at all can go for this. So, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm making an A-line skirt. So the down part of my own is going to be an A-line skirt with a godet or a tail at the back side. So if you're interested, continue watching. Make sure you don't skip any part of this video if you want to understand it. Just relax and watch the video to the end so you will not miss any part of this tutorial. Okay? With that being said, let's get started. So guys, before we continue, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up so that other people can benefit from the video as well. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm making an A-line skirt with a cut together tail and also attached train. I hope you understand. So the first thing I'm going to do is to show you where my half length will be on this blouse. So this is my under bust and this is my half length. I'm making use of 16 inches as half length. So when you hear me say my half length is 16 inches, you should understand what I mean. Okay? So guys, having done that, I'm going to work on the hip measurement to get a proper fitting for the skirt as usual. My hip measurement is 43 inches. For this tutorial, I'll be dividing my hip measurement by 2. 43 divided by 2 will give us 21.5 inches. So guys, for the front part of this skirt, what I'm going to use as my hip measurement is going to be 21.5 minus 1 inch, which will give us 20.5 inches. For the front side, my hip measurement will be 20.5 inches. I have 43/2. Then for the back side, I will use 21.5 plus 1. This one that I removed from this will be added to the back side for us to get the entire 43 inches. So what it simply means, at the front side, we'll deduct 1 inch and then add it to the back side because of the butt, the presence of the butt at the back side, so that the skirt will have a better shape. Do you get? So what I will have now is 22.5 inches. I hope you understand. So this is the hip measurement I'll use for the back, and then this is the hip measurement I'll use for the front. If you add this to this, you will get 43 inches, which is my hip measurement. I hope you understand. If you do it like this, you always get a better result. So guys, I've placed my fabric on fold into 2. And the measurement I have here is my hip measurement plus 10 inches. Hip measurement divided by 4 plus 10 inches. That is what I have here. So altogether, I have 20.5 6.5 inches. Unfold. This is because of the A-line flare at the down part. Now, the next step is to take the vertical measurement. My vertical measurement is the measurement from my waist down. Measurement from my waist down. I'm going to place my tape at 16 inches, which is my half length. This space here will be my joining allowance. Do you understand? So 16 inches, I'll take my vertical measurement. From the waist to the hip is 25 inches. 25 inches for me. Please take your measurement. You mustn't use what I'm using here. Now from my waist to the knee length, I'm going to make use of 33 inches. 33 inches. Now I have my waistline, my hip line, and my knee line. Then the length of the skirt. The length of the skirt is going to be 58 inches. 58 inches. Whatever is your length, the full length of your skirt, place it there. So the next thing is to add my horizontal measurement or circumference measurement. That is the round waist, round hip measurement, and so on. I'll come to the waistline, which is here, and add my waist measurement, my round waist measurement, which is 35 inches. 35 divided by 4. 35 divided by 4 will give us 8.75, which is here, 8.75. I'll add 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. 1.5. There is no dart. I don't want to add that at the front side of this skirt, but I'm going to add that at the back side. At the hip line, I'll add my hip measurement. In this case, like I explained before, I'll make use of this measurement. Do you understand? So what I'll do is 20.5 divided by 2. 20.5 divided by 2, which will give us 10.25, which is here. I'll add my 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. Then to the knee length, minus 1.5 inches, I'll place the measurement here. Do you understand? So what it means is that I'm going to add this hip measurement here without allowance. What I have is 10.25. Then I place it on the knee length and mark. So here I have 11.75 at the hip, minus 1.5 will give us 10.25, which is what I marked here. Do you understand? So that is it. I have my waist measurement, my hip measurement, and my knee measurement. I'll connect the lines now. Hope you can see it. So guys, the next step is to connect from here to the hemline. So I have my A-line shape here. The next thing I'll be doing is to come up from this point by 2 inches because I wouldn't want that place to be straight. So here I'll measure 2 inches and mark and curve it towards the front side or towards the center. Okay? If you have any question, please go ahead and leave it at the comment section. I'll attend to it. So I'm going to cut the front part now. So this is how the down part is, the A-line flay. To cut the back part, I've placed my fabric on fold, and this is the front part. Please pardon my voice. At this side, I have extra allowance of 7 inches. This is because I want a tail at the zipper side. The next thing I'm going to do is to add my 1 inch for dart. You know, the front does not have any dart allowance, but I'm going to add my dart allowance to the back side. So I'll add my 1 inch for dart allowance, and from the hip line I'll just connect it to that 1 inch, and then every other thing will remain the same. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is to come to the hip line here, and like I did to the front side, I'm going to make use of this measurement, which is 22.5 inches. So 22.5 divided by 2 will give me 11.25. I'm going to start from here and do the measurement. You know, from here to here is my sewing allowance. So I'll place my tape here and I'll measure 11.25 and mark, which is here. The back is going to have space more than the front at the hip line, so that the hip will balance up very well by the time you put on the skirt. Do you understand? So I haven't done that. On that point, I'll add my zipper allowance of 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. So at the waistline, I'll add zip allowance of 1.5. And here again on the knee line, 1.5. So I'm going to connect it, so that way we'll have a curvy shape. So this is what I have. So having done that, from this knee line, I'm going to draw another A-line shape to the length of the skirt. So guys, this is the length of the skirt for the front side. Towards this direction, I have extra 2 inches. I'm going to include it to the back side so that the back will be longer than the front. I'm going to connect now. So can you see what I did? If you have not given this video a thumbs up, please go ahead and do that now before you forget it. Thank you so much. So I'm going to cut it out now. I'm going to notch here to indicate the zipper side, and I'll add my dart for the back side. So this is my zipper allowance. From there, I'll mark my dart for the back side using my bust span, which is 7 inches. 7 divided by 2, 3.5, plus ½ inch for sewing allowance, making it 4. So my bust span is 4 inches, and I mark nipple to nipple point measurement. The length of my dart is going to be 6 inches. 6 inches for the back side. I'll take it ½ inch on both sides. So I'll connect now. So this is the dart for the back. I'll notch that point. So that is it. So like I explained before, the back side is a little bit longer than the front side. Do you understand? If you want, you can make it equal. There's no problem with that. But I decided to make it longer. I'll still attach my train, okay? So if you like, if you don't want to attach any other thing at the zipper side, that is if you are okay with only this as the train for the gown or for your skirt, you are free to do that. Because I want my own to be very full, I'm going to still attach another train at the back side. That is the next step. So I'm going to keep the front side and we'll continue with the back side. So guys, this is the knee line. I'm going to measure that side to the hemline and I will use it to cut the train for the back side. Okay, so I'll place my tape here and measure. So what I have here is 27.5. 27.5. I'll add extra 2 inches to that. So this, I'm going to make use of this 29.5 inches to cut the train for the back side. So guys, for the back train, I folded my fabric into 2 in a triangular shape or in a bias form like this. From here, I'm going to measure 29.5 inches. The measurement I got at the back side of the skirt. This is 29.5. I'm going to measure it all round. The next thing is to increase the length towards this side. This side is open and then this side is closed. This is the side I'll attach to the center back, that zip side. So I'm going to increase this side to the length of my choice. Okay? So guys, I'll only increase my own with 10 inches only. It depends on you. If you want it more than that, go ahead and do that. And if you don't want it up to 10 inches, go ahead and reduce it. Whatever you want to do, go ahead and do that here. So on this line, I'll add extra 10 inches. From here, I'm going to draw a curve to meet this point. It's as simple as that. So guys, this is the train or the tail at the back side. So I'll bring the back side and show you how it will be. This is how the back side will look like. So you can see that the back will be very, very full. Okay? So guys, we are going to sew the skirt now, and I've gone ahead to cut my lining. This is the length of my lining. If you have enough lining, you can extend your lining to the length of the skirt. There's no problem with that. I'm going to sew the back side first. So what I will do now is to go over to my machine. I'm going to sew like this. Okay, just follow me. I'll sew like this. This is the zipper side and this is the dart. So I'll sew like this down. Okay, I'll be starting from this dart point. See the notch for the dart. I'll start from this dart point. I'll stitch like this to where the lining stop. So I'll do the same thing here. I'll sew that and I'll be right back. So after sewing it, I'll just give it a notch here and turn it to the right side. Do you understand? So guys, after sewing the lining, this is what I have. Like I explained before, just take note of what I did. So let me open it. This is how it looks. So I stitch from the dark point towards the zip side to where the lining stopped, and I turned to the right side and picked my dart. After picking my dart, I now join it, the two of them, at the zip side. This is the bust space. This is what I have at the knee length. I stop the stitching at the knee length, as you can see, in order for me to attach the train or the tail at the back side. So guys, this is the tail. I'm going to open it. This is the right side, and I will turn it like this. So this is now the wrong side. So I'll bring the pointed edge and open up this part. Can you see? I'll just open it up like this. Place this directly on that point. I'll place this like 1.5 or 1 inch above the stitch point. So I'll place it like this. You remember when I was cutting, I added extra 2 inches allowance. This is the reason for that. So I will pin this side and pin the other side. Can you see what I have? So after that, I'm going to pin this side to this side. So this is it for this side. Then I'm going to pin this to this other side. So guys, after pinning it down, this is what I have. So guys, after stitching, this is what I have. When you are stitching the tail, make sure you pass through the zipper line, okay, so that your own will come out this neat. If you don't do it like that, after stitching, you see gap here, you see some space here, and you won't like it. So this is how it should look like if you get your own correctly. So yeah, this is the down part, very full, okay. So having done that, it's time to join the front and back together. So guys, after shaping the skirt, this is what I have. The skirt is looking so beautiful, and this is how the back side is. I've gone ahead to fix my zip at the back side, and this is what I have. So this is how this part is going to be. Then this is where we are going to attach to the blouse. Do you understand? So guys, having done that, I'll bring the blouse and show you how to join the blouse and the skirt together. So this is the blouse. I'm going to mark my half length. I'm going to mark my half length here, which is 16. So I'll mark the 16 both at the back side. Do you understand? Can you see what I'm doing? So this is where I'll attach the skirt. So what I'll do next is to tuck the blouse inside the skirt. This is where I will stop while stitching the skirt towards the back side. I'll stop here, and all through this place will be like this. Do you understand? The next step is to design the skirt according to my choice, okay? If you want, anyhow you want to design the skirt is up to you, but I'm going to create a basque shape here at the front side. So I'm going to measure from here. I'll measure 6 inches and mark. this is the center of the skirt. So if you are not okay, you can pin this thing down to hold it. So I'm going to open from here to that 6 inches. So I haven't opened it up. This is what I have. Okay, so I'm going to connect to the side and connect to the side. I don't want this place to be pointed, so I'll make it curvy. I'll make it curvy. So you are free to create design of your choice. You are free to create the design of your choice. You mustn't do what I'm doing. Can you see? And I haven't done that. The next thing I'm going to do is to use this chalk to mark this point. So this will guide me on how to stitch. I've loosened the back, and this is how the blouse is looking now. After I lose the back side, this is it. So what I will simply do is to place it here. I want to pin it so that you understand how to join it. And what I simply did here is to turn the wrong side of the skirt. So after turning the wrong side of the skirt, then I'll start pinning the skirt to the blouse. Now this is the front area. The front area will go to the front area, as you can see. So the first thing I'll do is to merge the seam side of the skirt to the seam side of the blouse. Do you understand? So I'll just place, I'll sew with 1/2 inch sewing allowance, what I have here. I'll just place it like this. I'll pin it down. I'll pin it down. So can you see? I'm just going to come here and pin. Do you understand? I'll pin it here. So guys, after that, the next step is to match the center line to this center point. Can you see what I'm doing? I'll match this notch. Can you see? So after matching it, I'll pin it down as well. Okay, so I'll drag it and stitch and stitch and stop here. So towards this side, I'll do the same thing. So guys, after pinning, this is what I have. A very important point to note: before you join the down part, which is the skirt part, to the blouse, please make sure that all your measurements is accurate. Okay, Not after joining then you go and be doing amendments. No, make sure all your measurement is accurate before this step. So I'm done pinning the skirt to the blouse, so I'll go over to the machine and stitch all the way to this point where the plastic boning is. Then I'll stop there. So guys, after joining the two of them, this is how it looks. And this is the back side. I've laced the back. This is the modesty panel. If you don't know how to do this blouse, I have the video already in the channel. Just go ahead and check out for the video and watch it to understand every part of it. So let me open the zip. Look at it. This is why it is called an inbuilt corset. And please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Try it out. Let me know your results in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, I'll see you again. For now, it is bye-bye.